Hey, y'all, welcome to Trail Talk, where we cover a lot of stuff. We cover body language tips, tips after you get out penitentiary, tips after you get out the hood. Clearly, I'm a thugged out guy. Used to be an ex-gang member. That came off aggressive. Did you see that? So, Trail Talk 101, we go over body language. We go over voice influxes. We go over how everything has to be dramatic and theatrical when you a gang member. Did y'all see the lean in? That was crazy, wasn't it? You believe that shit. So, Trail Talk 101 from a guy who been in the penitentiary, who been in the streets, who been stepping on stuff. I jumped off that porch. Y'all see that body language? That shit crazy as hell. Y'all know, y'all like that man thugged out. Look, see, y'all gotta look. Y'all gotta mimic the body language if y'all want to be affiliated with a real gang. If you want to really twist these fingers in the air about your set, twist these rubber bands around your paper, you gotta stay tuned on Trail Talk, because I'm gonna show y'all how to really talk, be animated with it, and you'll fit right in the penitentiary and in the streets. That's crazy word. Hey, that body language crazy. It come natural when you're a thugged out guy like me. So let's rewind. I said I was in the streets. Look at the hand posture. Cause usually, look, if y'all don't know what clutching is when you have an automatic weapon. When you have a weapon on you and you're prepared at any moment to fire off on someone. I learned that from my hood friend. But I was like, hey, so it's clutching. So it's like, just in case you need a fire. So the hand's always down here because it throw people off. A guy like me, I don't carry. I am not a hood guy, but I scare the hood folks off like that. So the hand's here. So you already kind of intimidating them out there. You like, hey, oh shoot, dude, he got a gun. Is he clutching on something down there at the waistband? Ain't nothing at the waistband. You know what I'm saying? And then you got a point though. Look. You see the point dramatic? It's like I'm doing like a boxing hit in the hip. Like I'm throwing a right hook. Look at the hip in the streets. And then you kind of got to retract and back out. Those things, those body language that these guys that are affiliated in the hood about, or you know, are in the trenches, if you get that body language down, they may recruit you. You know what I'm saying? They may recruit you. So that's another tip. If you a guy that's gonna be in the trenches, like I was, you gotta get that theatrical animated body language when you communicating. It tell the other gang members he thugged out. Did you see how I said me like I'm internally pointing at myself? That was crazy as hell. Check it out. Look, but you gotta lean into it. So look, I'm going this way. And then I'm pointing back at myself. Here's what I know. When I was back in the trenches with the guys, the members and gang members and affiliates, they'll say the simplistic, simplest things. But how they say it is really where kind of that season comes on to it, and then people really listen. Because they just animated. They saying the basic shit that y'all already know, but they just really animated. Look at my arms. Yeah, they really animated. I be like, bro, I can fit in. So look. When you point at yourself, anytime you talk about yourself, you got to lean this way dramatically and then point at yourself. That's crazy. That worked a few times when I was in a pickle. I was in a gas station and some guy tried me. And I'm soft as heck, right? I be scared to death. If they get past this crazy, still face of mine like this, if they get past that sweet, if they get past my tough face, my faking the funk face, if they get past that, I'm a soft guy internally. So after he got past that, I used that one on him. I said, hold on, you talking about me? And dude said, I seen it in his eyes. He was already scared. Like, he seen the dramatic talk. In body language, he said, this guy's thugged out. Let me chill out. I repelled him away, even though I'm soft. You know what I'm saying? Hey, these folks crazy. It's all in the body language. Look, man, if you got the body language, look, if you got proper body language and you say simple things, but say it animated like, they got no choice but to believe you affiliated. That was crazy. I just did that. I just made that one up on the fly. Look. Check it out. Their hands are bouncing. They like, this guy thugged out. He been in the penitentiary. And it's not true. That's not true at all. But they think so. Look, so when you posturing, all you got to do is rock back and forth on your feet, throw your hands up like you kind of doing curls, like pulse curls, and talk. So when you say one word, you just got to say that word with your hand. And it seemed like he a thug, he a member. He twists fingers in the air, even though I don't. So I appreciate y'all tuned in today. I think that was great work on Trail Talk 101 when you're hanging out with these affiliated members. And even in cases where you need to kind of scare those members off, these tips and body language and animated motions can kind of scare those gang members off, or those thugged out guys. Even when you go to the penitentiary, I used a lot of those tips in the penitentiary. And stay tuned for the next episode on Trail Talk from an ex-gang member. From an ex-gang member, from a product of the hood. You hear me? Choppers, bullets, make them boys dance like they in Dancing of the Stars. You just kind of, when you talk, you got to kind of rap. And it'll kind of scare people off.